But I think the internet's being too hard on Jennifer Lopez.
Do you?
I absolutely do. Like, all she did.
No, not all she did.
Here's what she did. She released an album, like, as a video, like Beyonce did with Lemonade. That's her movie. We started watching it thinking like, oh, this will be some like piece of shit biopic she did about herself. It's not. It's just it's a music video. It's not a movie.
It's supposed to be her love story. No, it is a movie.
It's an hour long. That's not a movie.
It's her movie, I think. We didn't finish it. We got to back it up. And we
got
to watch the documentary, which is kudos to her because I'm talking shit, but I still need to tune in.
Right, but she made an hour long music video. Those songs, that's her album.
Okay.
So it's her new album. She released it.
I forgot you said that.
As a hour-long music video that has these kind of like story kind of threading through it to tie it all together. It's a concept album. I don't think it's great, but I'm not mad at her for it. She made a thing. She paid for it with her own money. I'm sure she got her money back by selling it to Amazon. Great. And she made a documentary about this whole process. What's the crime here? Like, why is everyone so
The crime is it's just
jumping on her?
extremely self-indulgent, which she has a track record of being. She's just kind of proving herself to be over years of in the industry that she's kind of thinks of herself as the best of the best and uses some tropes like I'm Jenny from the block, I'm from the Bronx, and like, you know, just constantly tries to make herself seem like this everyday girl next door character that she's, you know, pretty far removed from at this point.
Sure. From what I hear, she was always
it's just like, yeah,
removed
it's just
from
people
that.
are kind of sick of her vibe, sick of what she's selling, and that proves it. Like everybody, I mean, it probably did well, but I would.
No, I don't think it's done well at all.
I mean, I would guess that all of the views, literally all of them, have come from like a place of mockery.
Yeah, they're like ironic
too, like
views.
ours. Like who's actually watching it? The only people I know who've watched it have been people who are like ready to drag it, you know, through the dirt, through the mud.
I mean, she's an A-list celebrity. Would you agree? J-Lo?
Yeah, I'd give it to her.
A-list.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you make music videos that aren't self-indulgent? A music video is self-indulgent.
Yeah, it can be.
I mean, was Beyonce's Lemonade self-indulgent?
I don't know. I think it's just that it doesn't feel authentic in a lot of ways. So I think that's the other problem I'm having with it. You know, it just feels very, very forced in just about every way. So, no, I felt like there was actually real emotion in Beyonce's Lemonade. I felt like she was actually doing what she said and like revealing things about herself, which is what artistry is all about. I think J-Lo's album doesn't read like that. It's just sort of like I don't know. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre.
Okay. I agree with you. The lack of artistry is probably the big thing here. That J-Lo, she ain't for real. You know, like she's just kind of a bullshit, empty pop star image, but she's not a true artist. She doesn't write her own music. She doesn't have. It's kind of like a money play for her, perhaps. It seems, and society is starting to see through that more and more, and not accepting it. But there's also...
It's like we want the stories of like Billy and Phineas, you know? We want to know where you were when you wrote that song. And we want to know that you're like mixing it in your bedroom in wherever LA. And we want to like see what's real for you. And it's annoying when artists only let you see like such a carefully crafted persona instead of like, you know, the behind the scenes footage, I feel like is what people want. And I get it. There's still a place for like the well-polished, manicured image that you're constructing. But, you know, you got to give and take. A little bit of both goes a long way.
Well, I feel the same way you just said about Beyonce's new album.
I knew this is where this was going.
But I had a point about J-Lo first. Oh, okay, but the internet, we're like bullies in high school. And as soon as there's a week, oh, J-Lo's weak.
That's true.
We'll all get her. And it feels so good. And it's
ugly.
so fun. And yeah, get her, bring her down. And like, it's this like, I don't know if it's healthy
I'm not
activity
going to argue that.
for society. We're like a bunch of fucking little children when it's like, oh, yeah, like,
true.
Get her. And like, we just want to bring down J-Lo. Like, there's like a cruelty to it. We want to hurt J-Lo. Like,
we're living in a very like call out culture. You know, we want
Yeah.
to call people out when we see something. It's the hunches. We just, everybody wants to be like, I had a hunch that J-Lo was very insincere, and I knew it when I did her makeup 10 years ago. And she, you know, I saw a picture of her spitting her gum into her personal assistant's hand the other day. Like, there's just certain things you don't do. Even when you're an A-list celebrity, you don't treat people like that.
well, okay.
And
Where did she spit her gum?
On a set, she was like,
I bet that is so common. I bet every
No.
actor at some point
If you're
has had
an
to spit their
actor-
gum out, spit your gum out
No.
into my hand.
you say, can you maybe go grab me a tissue, would be a civilized way to ask your assistant or your staff or your team to help you get the gum out of your mouth. You don't just like spit into somebody's hands. It's ridiculous.
That doesn't seem that crazy to me.
I think that's a little bit unnecessary. Like, you
But
can,
you're taking this,
God
like-
forbid you get up and stand and find what we call a trash bin. What
Time
do we
is
call
money.
it?
We're on an expensive set.
Garbage can?
You want J-Lo to take like
I want her to
45
fucking throw her
seconds to
own
walk
garbage
somewhere
out
and
for
spit?
once in her life and
She's
see how it
standing there.
feels.
The light is right. She's chewing her gum. Okay, get her hair. Good. Okay, spit the gum out, please. And action. That feels totally fine to me.
Deeply offensive to me.
But like, why isn't this happening to Katy Perry? That's what I want to know.
Well, you and I.
Then I'd be jumping in. I'd be like, get her, everybody.
Well, it
get
sounds
her.
like we have more homework to do.
Yeah,
If we
when are
start,
they
if we
gonna bring
open
down
the
Katy Perry?
floodgates. She's still on top right now for some
Because then I can
godforsaken
say-
unknown reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't stand her.